is up. How's your mama doing? I know these mothers are doing great. Like, ladies and gentlemen, look, it's like I have no problem with women breastfeeding, but it seems like the world has a problem with breastfeeding. Look, if you're a mother and you're breastfeeding, fine, whatever. Do what the hell you gotta do to feed your kid. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. It really doesn't. Same with certain other people. They didn't do they took the pictures that you see was taken for an article in a paper where two women was posing breastfeeding their kids in army fatigues. Now, I understand. I know we're I'm not gonna choose sides. I'm not gonna sit there and go, I'm down for the people that's bitching about them doing it in fatigues, or I'm not gonna say I'm down for the people that say who gives a damn. But it's like I see both sides of the story, the both sides of the coin. Doesn't matter how fat you make a pancake. There's two sides of it. But it's like this. I understand with the people that don't give a fuck about it. Like, I understand because they're mothers. You got to do what they got to do to take care of their kids. I understand that it's their jobs as mothers to breastfeed and feed them. That's what every mother would do, is take care of not every mother, but 90, about like 90% of mothers would do. The other 10 would just kill their kids off. So let's move on from that. But I understand when mothers gonna do what they're gonna do because they're mothers. I'm not gonna sit there and criticize them for breastfeeding their own fucking kids in public. I'm not. And then kiss my fuckers. If y'all don't like that, you can kiss my ass. Like I said, I see both sides, and the other side is where talks. I'm talking about the other side now. Talks about they doing it in the army fatigues. I understand that they doing it in army fatigues. And you gotta realize something. If you're a mother and you're in the army, don't you think breastfeeding your kids in your own home instead of out in public and posing for a magazine, don't you think that's the best thing to do? Is just do it in the privacy of your own home when you're wearing it, or change clothes before an uproar. And but it's like this. If you're in the army, the military, I support the troops whatsoever. I support them, but I just don't like what they do. Like, they go risk their lives for something that the government wants them to do. So whatever, that's another different story. But it's like this though. If you're in the army or the navy or whatever, the air force, the marines, you gotta realize, man, when you put that shit on, you telling the world who you are, what you do. That means you're a soldier. That means you're a troop. That means you're fighting for our freedom. You're fighting for your kids' freedom. But you gotta realize something. When you put that shit on and you pull something like this off, you ought to know criticism's gonna hit you in your ass. So you got several options to not to get so much criticism from everybody around the world. One thing they could have did was change clothes. Change clothes. Fine, cool, whatever. Change clothes, because when you wear shit like this, like what was it? A cop that went to what was it? Rio. No, it was Mardi Gras, and the cop was in uniform, and one of the dancers backing that ass up on him, and he was dancing with him. He got in trouble for it because he was on the job. Same when you put that shit on. When you put your fatigues on, that means that you are ready to go, that you're clocking in for work. Doesn't matter if you live on base or off. When you wearing that in public and you taking photos of you wearing that shit, people gonna say something. Fine, if it's a military paper, if it's a military paper, at least do it when they are not in uniform. Do it when they're just wearing their regular clothes. Two mothers that's in the Navy, Army, or whatever, breastfeeding. You can take the picture when they not in their fatigues. Just take pictures when they're in regular clothes. and say these women are in the military and this is how they breastfeed when they're not on a job. And that's how it is. Like I said, I see both sides of the situation. But in my words, in my opinion, it's like, who gives a fuck? Who gives a damn if they're breastfeeding in public or not? Their mothers. Second thing is, I still kind of think that when you're wearing a uniform, you gotta watch what you do, because one thing is, if they see a soldier sitting up there beating up a civilian and somebody catches that on cam, you're gonna get in some trouble. So you gotta watch what you do when you're wearing that uniform out in public or taking photos in the paper. Because one thing is, that shit will come back and bite you in your ass and not let go. But I give them props though. I give them fucking props, because they're mothers. They're kicking ass. They're soldiers, mothers, and they're doing what they know best. Taking care of the kids and fighting for our country. So quit your bitching. If you got a problem with it, shut the fuck up. Mind your own damn business. Because one thing is, you're mad because you're not I can tell you this, I bet the ones that sitting up there pissed off for half are men. Like, I bet you like 50% of men are sitting there pissed off because of this, because they wanted to suck on them titties. And the other 50% is probably say, go ahead, and probably wishing they can suck on them titties. Same with women. You got half of them, they see the blonde headed one and say, damn, she got big ass titties. I wish I had titties like you. But it's like this, man, they're mothers, man. Who gives a damn if they're breastfeeding their kids or not? Damn, y'all act like y'all act like they're terrorists and they hiding shit in their titties. They're not, they're mothers. That's one thing I don't get, is people bitching about the smallest little shit. And there's people dying in the streets every day, but they're bitching about this. Which is more important, soldiers breastfeeding or a kid taking drugs to school? Or kids carrying a gun to school? Or kids dying out in the street? I don't know, because to me, it seems like what's more important is the kids getting killed in the streets. Not two women feeding their babies through the titties and all this and that. People are pissed off because they ain't got nothing else to do. It's like Donald Trump. He's got all that money. He ain't got nothing else to do but be a fucking racist ass bastard with a bad toupee. That's all it is. America, wake up. Damn. You act like this is the worst thing since 9/11. Y'all like fuck 9/11. This is bad business right here. We got two soldiers titty feeding their damn babies. Is it that bad when people bitch about two mothers feeding their kids? Yes, it's bad business. I sit here and I watch the media. I really don't trust the media as much because they're full of shit. But I watch the media. I watch CNN sometimes, or I watch Nancy Grace. I hate the bitch. She's a damn bitch, or some shit like it. Or look to get my information, get half the information, and come up with my own damn opinion. But when I hear stuff like this and people bitching, it makes me wonder, how dumb is Americans? I'm an American myself, but it makes me wonder, how dumb is America? Is every American that damn dumb where they gonna bitch about women breastfeeding while they letting their kids getting killed in the street? Okay, we're gonna bitch about it while your kids sitting out there shooting other kids. You're gonna bitch about two mothers breastfeeding. You're gonna sit there. It's like this. You got two women breastfeeding their kids. You got kids getting molested by teachers, family members, doctors, police officers, and all like this. And they're getting killed out in the streets. They're selling drugs at a young age, and so on and so forth. All this is happening. but people are not realizing that that's more important than this shit. It's not. It's bad business where us Americans got to sit there. It's like half America has got enough intelligence to tell you, grow the fuck up. This is not the worst thing that ever happened in history. Get over it. And I'm with that. Get the fuck over it. Second, and the other half is like, well, I never in my motherfucking life seen two soldiers titty feeding their babies. And it's bad. It's bad because I don't care, man. I think the blind woman, I think she got big ass titties, man. I wouldn't mind playing with them my damn self. And I give props to the kids. They get to have all the fucking fun, but it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is what it is, because one thing is, no matter what, you can kick them out the army, you can kick them out of service, whatever. They still gonna breastfeed their kids. What you gonna do? Cut their titties off and say you can't not breastfeed no more? Damn, get over it, man. Y'all ain't like this is like they hiding something in them titties. I'm for real though, man. That these people of today's society are bitching about breastfeeding. People bitched about gay marriage. People bitched about breastfeeding. People bitched about Muslims having a church, a mosque. People bitch about, oh, the grass is too high, the grass is too low. Oh, I'm tired of the fucking complaining, the bitching about the little small things. Why can't you bitch about the big things? Why can't you do something about the big things instead of relying on the government to take care of it yourself? Taking care of it. All this could have been done over with if people didn't bitch about it so much. The media sits there and tells you these stories so they can rile your bitch ass up. But me, I'm telling you like it to y'all motherfucking is. I don't give a damn. Why should it matter to your dumb ass? Why? That's the question. Why should it matter on what a mother does to feed her kids? I don't give a fuck if she had to take off her whole shirt just to feed one baby. Just to pop a titty out and feed that baby. I don't give a damn. Shit. You bitched about gays being in the army. You bitched about gays getting married. You bitched about you bitched about petty things. And then I'm sitting back, I'm like, I wonder how dumb can people get? How dumb can American people get? Because it seems like they're dumb enough to stoop to a point where they're gonna bitch about breastfeeding. Okay. For all the women out there that's been pissed off by the breastfeeding shit, why don't you do me a favor? Why don't you pull a Chad Bono, cut your titties off and grow and get a dick? Because you ain't a mother if you gonna bitch about two mothers breastfeeding. And for all the fellas out there that's getting pissed off because of this, why don't you do a reverse Chad Bono? Cut your dick off, get a coochie, and get titties implants. So you can have your own set of titties to play with. That's it, because that's all that's going to happen is people going to bitch about women breastfeeding over, like, oh my God, it's like it's to me, man. I don't mind, I don't care, I don't give a fuck. The mothers. If that was my wife, I'd be more proud of her. If either one of them was my wife, I'd be more proud of them for doing that, eating their fatigues. Got the dog tags on the babies, got the dog tag, little baby on one side it says the baby's name and birthday, and on the other side breast milk for me. That's all. That's damn. I'm talking about that's some bullshit. Over breastfeeding, man. I'm telling you, man. Out of everything that happened in the world, people gonna bitch about breastfeeding. I think that's some fruit. To me, all the men that's been bitching out there about this, I think they got some fruitness in them. I think they be watching the Perez show or something. I bet they got Rocket Man in their little car. Rocket Man. I'm telling you, man, cause ain't no man cause ain't no real man gonna sit up there and bitch about women showing their titty in public. They all for it. Like, like a gay man might say, it's like, you know what, man, that's nasty, but go for a girlfriend. Get her done. Baby. Even the gay ones would probably say something. Like half of them probably say, well, girl, it's her baby. She can do what she wants. The other half probably say, you know what, that's nasty. But if you're a real man and you like women, you be out for the titty feeding. You be out kick her out. Whoop whoop. Right there, you be all for the titty breast sucking and all that. All up on the titty. But bitching about it, that's something else. And women, I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed. Bitching about why? Because their titties bigger than yours, or your kids don't want to suck on your titties, or your man doesn't want to play with your titties. That's the fucking issue where you're gonna bitch about two women that's breastfeeding because your man won't play with your titties. Is that what that is? Because to me, it sounds like what it is. It sounds what it is, that these women are getting mad because their man don't want to touch their titties or play with them, so they bitch about two mothers. I'll tell you, man, if I met them in person, I said I like to shake your hand and shake your husband's hand. The reason why I say that is because I'm proud of the husband for knocking her up so they can take this fucking picture. So they can show the world how much of a fucking real woman is. A real woman, to me, these are real women because they're protecting the country while breastfeeding their kids. That's all it is. That's all it is to it. They are real women protecting the country and breastfeeding their kids. If that ain't two real women, I don't know what is. I'm all down for it. If you two don't like this video whatsoever, I got other sites to post this shit up on. Because this is not the only site I go to. But they need to pay attention too. You shouldn't judge a book by its cover. You shouldn't judge a soldier by the color of his fatigues or her fatigues. A mother is a mother, a soldier is a soldier. They're mother soldiers. They're soldier mothers. They're soldier mothers. That's what they are. They're soldier mothers. They're soldiers and a mother. So get off their ass. Stop riding them like your life depends on. Stop it. Just stop riding these people, man. Why don't they do this? Why don't you do this? Instead of trying to kiss up to Donald Trump and bitch about women breastfeeding, bitch about Barack Obama, bitching about all this shit. Why don't you go out and start whipping ass on these kids that been acting up out of school? Why don't you start whipping these kids ass for bringing guns to school? Why don't you start whipping these kids ass that's been selling drugs at school under the age of 18? Even these damn elementary kids are selling shit on the side. Start whipping your kids' ass and making them straighten up, man. When them kids grow up, I hope these mothers show these pictures and say, look at y'all when y'all was babies. I was in the army and I was breastfeeding. I'm proud to do it. I would do it again. If they say they'll do it again, amen. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Jesus just saved your life. That's all that is to it, man. I'm cool with it, man. I'm down for it. I like to me, I'm a man anyway. I love titties, man. And I'm an ass and titty man, so I ain't gonna talk shit about it when I'm popping the titty out. That's like, especially, because one thing is, I'm not trying to sound perverted on this part, but I don't, like, to me, I'm proud of a woman. I'm proud of these women popping their titties out just to feed their kids, because that's what a mother's supposed to do. They're supposed to feed their kids. They're supposed to protect their kids. They're supposed to teach their kids from right from wrong. And these mothers are doing a hellified job by being brave enough to put on their fatigues and pose with these pictures. posed by breastfeeding their own kids. And I'm gladly extend my hand to you and say thank you, ladies, for protecting the country, and thank you for taking this picture and showing the world that a soldier in the army can be a mother. Thank you. Everybody else can kiss my ass. This is this has been Afro Joe. If you like what I got to say, do a reply video, leave a comment, tell me what you think on this topic. If you don't, kiss my ass. I really don't give a damn if you hate this. Follow me on Twitter at Afro Joe the Wicked. Subscribe to my channels, CeeLo Jr. 2 and CeeLo Jr. 3. Peace and about a hair grease. Peace, love, and soul.